Ah yes, the video's been released. Time to do something else. Ah yeah, fuck this. Well, there's gotta be something else to do. Okay, that's boring. No, it can't! Yeah, I already did a video on this, though. Oh, right. Later. Hey, now this I can get behind! Ew! So the year is 1996, and you want a program to write programs, but you realize very quickly there's a very large problem with that. All of these programs are basically expensive Notepad, and all of the real magic is done in a language beyond your comprehension because you have a smooth small brain. Wait, no, that's me, you get the idea. But after some digging you find it, an IDE, quote-unquote, that doesn't require speaking the language of the gods to operate. Or, well, as much anyways. And it's called Microsoft Visual Basic. Or something, bitch, I don't know. My first operating system was literally Windows XP. Anyways, hi, I'm Snoopy, and today we're going to be having a look at this not-so-boxed copy of Microsoft Visual Basic Professional Edition, which includes a copy of Windows NT Workstation 4.0. I don't know about you, but that last thing sounds more interesting to me, so let's have a look, shall we? Sorry, I had to put my programming socks on. No, you can't see them! Alright, let's just get this fucking box open. So as you can probably tell, this is far from an open, but I still think the contents will be fairly interesting to have a look at, mostly because it's Visual Basic. You know, a lot of people don't look at this as the sort of thing you would pay for. So it's really interesting to see it in a box. The fact it comes with an operating system is really strange to me because it's like, who is this for? Is it for someone who bought a computer but doesn't have an operating system on it? Or with an operating system so bloody old they can't run this on it? I don't know, but yeah, let's just get this open and have a look at it, I guess. Let's pull this out. Ooh, cardboard! And fuck, I opened it the wrong... Let's open up this bit of cardboard here, and as we can see, we have our copy of Windows NT right on top. I assume it would have been like this if you're opening it for the first time. Again, this isn't new. So, as we can see here, we have our copy of Windows NT Workstation. That has already been helpfully opened for us, so I don't have to use a knife to open it, so that's cool. I shouldn't be trusted with a knife. Seriously, that's upside down. The rest of it's upside... The copy of Microsoft Visual Basic Professional Edition. I've never seen the chromatic back office logo before. That's pretty cool. Then we've got Mastering Microsoft Visual Basic 5.0, which is, if I were to guess, a DVD. Oh, wow. Okay, this is 2-color. Look at that. Okay, that's cool. Nice. So we've got that. Definitely will need that because I don't know. My brain is very basic, but yet I still need studying to figure out how to use Microsoft Visual Basic. Yeah, we just got a fucking copy of MSDN. We've got a oh wow, okay. Look at that! Okay, this is cool. You see, that's how Microsoft used to do their discs, and it's really cool looking, where it's like 2 colors. You've got black, you got gray, and then you got this blue here. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay, so this is like project files and stuff, if I were to guess. I'm not totally sure, though. We'll have to find out. Got the boot up floppies for Windows NT, just in case your computer is so Neolithic you can't boot off CDs. I doubt we'll have to use these, but we might just use them anyway because it's cool, so, you know. And here we have this, which appears to be a catalog of stuff you can buy now that you've bought Microsoft Visual Basic. They want to sell you some more things. Wise installer, the install shield, I think it is. Or Wise installation system might be different from install shield. I don't know what I'm talking about. Want the address of the most important person at Microsoft? Oh, hell yeah! I guess I could just check Twitter, right? So do we. You're our most important partner. At least someone thinks so. They charging for manuals? What the fuck do you mean documentation? Oh, free set. Oh, okay. So it comes with additional manuals. You just have to send this in to get it. I guess that makes sense. They didn't want to, in case you don't need it or don't want to use it. Send today for your free issue. I wonder if this will still work. Look at that fucking graphics design. Wow. Look at the inside of it too. It's just 2 colors. Exploit Internet Explorer 3.0. How are you telling me how to do that? Notice, important changes to standard no charge support. Okay. I guess this is important if you want to, like, call for support. I bet it's just, like, different phone numbers and stuff. Oh, priority support fee. Oh, boy. You have to pay to get faster support for the thing you already paid for. Got it. Here's the EULA. I accept. And here we have the manual for Microsoft Visual Basic. A huge-ass fucking paper manual for Visual Basic. Okay, we're definitely gonna need that because, again, smooth small brain. And here we have the manual for Windows NT Workstation. If I had $1 for every Windows NT manual I have, I would have $2. Which, I mean, it's not a lot, but it is strange that I have 2 of them. So, that's cool. This one's in a little worse for wear, though, but, you know. I do have the disc. Don't ask where I got these. I see Microsoft has a favorite. So now that we've got the software, now we just need the hardware. So let's look at the box. Pentium or higher processor recommended. Well, that's what this computer's got. But before we use it, we need to make some adjustments. I hate this case, I hate this case, I hate this case. So the first thing we need to do is downgrade the hard drive. The reason for that is because Windows NT really doesn't like big drives. In fact, it doesn't like it so much that it won't even let us partition it. So we need to put in a different, smaller one. And besides, this one has like my Windows 98 install on it, so I don't want to erase that. This shit out of here. And now we're going to be replacing it with this. A lovely example of a Western Digital 75AA. Fun fact, this isn't the first time one of these has actually been on the channel. Some of you might remember, I'm kidding, nobody fucking remembers. About 5 years ago, I took a drive just like this one and I filled it with water. Yeah, 2016 WindowsG hit different. But yeah, so after that, I remember how nice of a drive it was before I filled it with water. And I got this one, which is new and not filled with water. So we're gonna put this in there and it will work good, hopefully. Make sure it's set to master, it will. Just gonna plug it in, oh god. And it's in. Good enough. Now we need to remove some cards, because if I don't, Windows NT is gonna throw a piss fit because there's alien fucking technology in here. Fucking Wi-Fi card. Wireless internet, what do you want, crack? Still can't believe that worked. You should watch the video where this was a thing. Alright, now we need to extricate the sound card. Because we're gonna try this again, the cursed fucking Ethernet adapter, which last time didn't work, but I tried it in a different computer and it worked fucking fine. So we're gonna try it in here because there's no fucking reason on this earth that this card shouldn't work. And it has NT drivers, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Put this bad boy in there. And it's in. Just gotta hope it's actually detected this time. I swear to God, if I cut myself on this piece of shit. Oh, God. Hey, that was actually relatively painless. What's this? An Oopsie screen on the case? Who knew? You only get one screw, though. And the sun is gone. Perfect time for screen recording. Alright, let's see if this shit still works. That drive sounds so nice. It's a Caviar, so it's like sort of quiet, but there is a little bit of tune to it when it's accessed. I'm rating drives like fucking wine. What am I? God damn it. And as we can see, there is no Strange operating system left on the Strange hard drive, which means we can begin our Windows installation experience, which will begin with the floppy disks, because I like pain. It's got these lovely gray Microsoft floppies. They're so cool. It's the first time. Oh, that felt good. Nice. Of course, Master, it will. I feel like it would have been the exact same thing off of the CD, except faster, so that's cool. The sound of it, though, so good. Keyboard driver? You need drivers for the fucking keyboard. Are you okay there, Windows? Oh my god. One system processor and 256 megabytes of RAM. Multiprocessor kernel. Part of one of the big things about Windows NT was actually multiprocessor or simultaneous multiprocessing support, which means if you had more than one CPU, or more than one core, Windows could actually take advantage of it because, unlike DOS, Windows NT is multi-threaded. So, yeah, that's cool. I do text floppy controller standard, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that seems good. Oh, I got this, don't worry about it. Okay, well, you found the IDE controller, now I just gotta hope there's a hard disk on it. Yeah, it is blank. So, C, and put in the CD-ROM. Holy fucking shit, this disc looks good. Look at that there. It's got the Windows logo, it's a little bit white, you put that in there. Oh my god. Yeah, I read it just really quickly. The above list matches my computer. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, here we go. So, despite the fact that this is a 70GB drive, or 7.2 gigabyte drive, Windows NT 4.0 works very strangely in how it makes Windows NT partitions. Nowadays, you might know that if you want to make a Windows NT drive or format something as Windows NT, it can be whatever size you want. But we can't do that here, because the way Windows NT 4.0 does it is it first makes a FAT partition, a FAT16 partition, and then converts it into an NTFS partition, which means if we select the full 8 gigabytes, it'll complain about it being too big. So what we actually need to do is delete that. I need to create a partition and make it 4096, I think would be about 4 gigabytes, 4096, which is as big as FAT16 can be, pretty sure. Okay, and it's cool with it. So, yeah, it can boot off of a drive up to 8 gigabytes in size, but it can't make drives more than 4 gigabytes in size. So how exactly you're supposed to expand this without Linux or Windows enclosure-powered intervention, I have no fucking clue, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to use more than 4 anyway. You're not going to notice if I take this, right? I can just take this? You're not gonna screech or anything? Okay. Setup installs Windows NT files onto your hard disk. Choose the location where you want these files to be installed. Nyas. Oh, cool. It's working. This portion of setup is completed successfully. If there's a floppy disk, remove it. Also remove any compact disk from your CD-ROM drive. Alright, well, if you say so. Let's get this shit out of here. Windows NT Workstation 4.0. 1 system processor and 256 megabytes of memory. And it's gone. And it's back. So this is now converting the FAT partition into NTFS. So, yeah, converting file system. There you go. So that's why 4 gigabytes is our max. It rebooted again. Okay. Oh, God. Ah, right. So, fun thing about Windows NT 4.0 is it was released in 1996, pretty sure, which means the setup process and the operating system itself is more Windows 95 than it is Windows 98. Hot take, honestly, the Windows 95 setup and the Windows NT setup is vastly superior to the Windows 98 and Windows ME and Windows XP setups. But, you know, that's just me. I love that gradient. That looks so nice. It's like Windows After Dark or something. Preparing for installation. So we're going to want custom, and we're going to select everything. Name is Snoopy. Organization is Doing Your Mom. Whoop. What? Oh. It won't automatically move you to the next column? Good God. Nice. Computer name. I don't know. Ooh, woo. There we go. That's fucking amazing. Let's give it a password. It's a very creative password. You know, just because I'm curious what that does, I think I'm gonna do that. Is one of these discs blank? Probably. Nah, let me get a different one. Pretty sure this is blank, so I'm gonna put that in here. Okay then. Okay, I guess we're gonna do it later. Nice. Space needed by setup 21 megabytes. You see how big 4 gigs is? You can see my ass. Okay, can I have a little bit more pixels, please? Can I, okay. That looks good. Yeah, that's good. You know, wouldn't it be cool if like Windows NT had like setup music, or like, you know, Windows at all had setup music? Could you just imagine like sitting here setting up Windows NT, and you just have going on in the background? That would be so good. Like, that should be a thing. You notice how all these have an underscore at the end of the file type? I bet that's because they don't want you pissing around with them. Such a shame. So, funny thing about that. Yeah, that is actual hardware screen dimming. That is actually pretty incredible. No, I do not want to cancel. Okay, so that's what spacebar did. Oops. But I want to touch them. Label a floppy disk, emergency repair disk, and insert it into drive A. Select OK when the disk is in the drive. Okay, really going to town on that disk. How Windows 3.0. Click the restart the computer button. Don't boot from the CD. Dang it! Give. Luckily I've got a button for this. Alright, Windows NT Workstation version 4.0. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to log in. Don't mind if I do. 420. No, God, no, now you know my password. No! Now I do. Thank you, Windows. Very cool. So here we go in our brand new Windows NT 4.0 installation. Oh my God. And there is no more resolution. Alright, let's see what we got going on in the fucking device manager. Where'd device manager go? Oh, devices maybe? Oh dear. This is gonna be fun. Welcome, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Yeah. Hey, smokers, femboy Drago 1 year. Wait, shit, it's the middle of the fucking video. So yeah, I might have been sick for a couple of days, but I'm good now, don't worry about it. My voice normally sounds like this, don't ask questions. My bloodstream is entirely a Robitussin. Anyways, let's get some drivers installed, shall we? As we can see, this screen is currently small and sad. I wish I could say same, but I am 6'2", so I am just sad. But anyways, let's do that. Funny, I burned these two as CDRW, but then it turns out this drive can actually read CDRWs, so that was a waste of time and write cycles, so that was fun. I still don't get how these things can be rewritable if they're just colored whenever you write them, because it's like, how are you supposed to undo that exactly? I don't know. Here's it on an actual CD, so I'm gonna put this in there. Being wasteful as usual. Give it a moment, give it a moment, give it a moment, give it a moment. Hey, there we go. Nice. It's supposed to be EP, but I misspelled it. Okay, so, that how Windows 95 of you. Oh, God. Come on, just let me open the C drive. Come on now. How did that crash it? I just opened the C drive. What the fuck? Am I not allowed to do... What is going on? What? Wow, doesn't that look familiar? Wow, okay. Huh. I just wanted to see the C drive. Oh, there it is. Now the whole computer... Whoa. Why is it hitching so bad? Okay, that's interesting. Sorry if it seems like I'm being an idiot here, but there should really be a documents folder, right? Media profiles, repair system 32, config cursors. There's nothing in here that would... Alright then, well I guess we're putting it on the desktop. So on here, we have the drivers for the network card and drivers for the graphics adapter, and also a copy of FileZilla. My thought is, if we get the network adapter working, we should be able to transfer any additional files we need using FileZilla and FTP instead of burning fucking CDs. So, and there also might be something else that we'll try out later. What is going on? I was just moving a... What the fuck? I'm trying to move these windows. It's a fresh install and the system's hitching like nuts. Okay. How interesting. Let's put that there. Okay. Oh, Explorer's just dead. Oh, not responding. You're gonna auto restart that, right? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, what? Let's Start the computer. Oh no. Okay. Let's hope that's not gonna happen again. Like, I'm not being dense. I know it's Windows NT on a fucking Pentium, but Windows 98 ran much better, and there wasn't any of that weird hitching. I think that was just a genuine problem. I don't know what was causing that. Like, at all. That was weird. Maybe it'll improve with graphics drivers, but I'm not so sure. I guess we'll have to find out. They're also running a very early version, so, you know. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. You notice how the folder goes away with the animation sometimes? That's cute, I like that. Holy fuck. What are you doing? Let me eject the CD. Okay. Let me clean it a little bit and put it in there. Maybe it'll puke itself less. Okay, finally, much better. Okay, so we need the Ethernet drivers, we need the Voodoo 2000 drivers, and we need FileZilla. So I'm going to take these and drag them in here. It's thinking about it. The drive is no longer spun up. Oh my... what the fuck? Does this have command prompts? Oh, fuck. Uh-huh. I thought this was going to be the easy part. Bruh. Lie down, baby, arch your back now. What a nice sounding hard drive, though. So crunchy. Okay, so this time, not going to touch Explorer. Instead, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. If I can drag this in there... oh, thank fuck. Okay, cool. Home. Ooh, very nice. CD. Oh, okay, I wouldn't be that lucky. No, yep, it's overwriting. Fuck. Oh, so there it is. It's in the Profiles folder. The system cannot find... what do you mean? Oh, God. Who thought this was going to be the hard part? I certainly didn't. The request cannot be performed because of an I/O device error. Alright, well, there are other ways we can do this. This is so cheating. There we go. To make it less cheating, I'll use my ThinkPad 600. Okay, so check this shit, right? This thing actually can read CDRW, so if I open this case... I fucking hate these jewel cases. I put this in here. As you can see, it works fucking fine. I don't know what the problem is with that. But anyways, now I can plug the external enclosure into my lovely one USB port. Turn it on. Ah, yes, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I think Windows 2000 is really underrated. This is my favorite version of Windows. So there's local disk E, go in here, and as we can see, there's our Windows Nyas folder. And what do you know, it fucking works. Fucking piece of shit. Hey, it still works. Nice. These fucking nuclear codes are the inaccessible boot device. Holy fucking shit. What happened? Is this drive failing before my fucking eyes, or what's going on here? That's a pretty big problem. Are you shitting me? What did I do? What the fuck? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Alright, well, I guess I'm speeding another Windows NT installation. Hold on your ass crack. Give me 45 minutes. Okay, so it wasn't quite 45 minutes, but it was still a pretty long-ass time to be fixing something so stupid. So, it turns out there are different versions of NTFS. And whenever you take a drive that is one version of NTFS and you plug it into a newer computer with a newer Windows version, a newer version of NTFS, it forcibly upgrades the old drive to that version of NTFS. So when I took this NTFS 4 drive and plugged it into Windows 2000, it then converted it to NTFS 5.0, which Windows NT Service Pack 1 has no idea what to do with. So now you might be thinking, well, how are you gonna get the files on there then? And well, the answer was quite simple. The drive is fat now. Try and fuck that up. Or don't, please. Thanks. So instead of taking the drive out and putting the files on it that way, since it's now fat, that does mean I can actually use my DOS boot disk. Well, shit. Unless it just decides to work this time, that would be cool. Yes, I'm gonna take that as a no. Oh my god. Windows 2000 found a way to fuck this up too, I swear to god. The bootloader still loads, so that's a genuine first start. Thank fuck. Okay, now we can... Now let's see if the files are there. It didn't make it worse. That's good. We've got the OwOs folder. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. So now that our 4-hour-long detour is over, we can now begin to install the graphics drivers. Thank fuck. Okay, so let's start with the graphics driver. So as we can see here, there is an executable and a folder. The reason for that is because I figured out that this is basically just a self-extractor. So I extracted it first on my main computer, and this is the extraction. So let's run setup and see how it works. Look at that graphic. It's so smushed in 16 colors. Yes. Oh my god, it's working. Okay, so let's restart the computer. That was quick. Like, that was really, really quick. Oh my god, colors! Look at colors! 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 Fucking... Admittedly, I knew that was going to be the easy part. Oh, okay. Well, we appear to have lost all of the resolution. Whoa! Holy shit! Okay, so not auto-detecting the maximum screen resolution. That's interesting. Whoa. Now, isn't that a shock compared to how it was? So now for the fun part. Ethernet drivers. So, let's see here. Pro 200WL. I don't think this has an installer, which is what's going to make it fun. Networking, 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 networking. Who's got the networking? Oh, internet. Okay. No. Port network. That sounds better. Yes. Look at those graphics! Ah, man. Okay, that's cool. So, wired to the network. Going to start search. I don't think it's going to find it, but okay. So, select from list. All we need to do is have disk. Select the disk. No, let's see if this will work. So if I take this over to this folder and I drag it in here. No. Oh, okay. C Ethernet. Hey, there we go. TCP over IP network. Net BIOS interface. Okay, so that's just the stuff it's installing. When does he need to copy some NT files? Wait, like what from what disk? I mean, I have the Windows NT Workstation disk. Do you just need that? Or, well, I guess I can do that. Well, okay, alright, I got it. No, God. Connection type AutoSense? Oh, should I plug it in? I'm gonna plug it in. Plug this shit in here. Where the fuck is the port? Where? Ow. Ugh. It is now plugged into the internet. Yes. Whoa. Nice. The lust ring? I forgot I did that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. System must be restarted. Okay, that sounds fine. Go ahead. Have fun with that. I'm gonna take this disk out of the drive so it doesn't boot off of it. I will be very surprised if this manages to work. Like, very, very surprised if this manages to work. Welcome to Windows NT. You can stop showing me this now. I know how to use the fucking start menu. It has an IP address. Whoa. Oh, wait, what? Seriously? It has an IP... Wait, did that just work? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so google.com. Oh my god. It looks like shit, but it works. Let's go to FrogFind, see if that works. Wherever it... I don't remember the URL, so we're just gonna put it in. This is okay. This is fine. Hey, look at that! Nice! What, search for, estrogen. Nice! Got these lovely articles on estrogen here. Very, very nice. Cool. So, So now that we have all this lovely screen resolution, let's fix the desktop. Because yes, there is something very wrong with it. Luckily, I've got the fix right here. So fun thing about Windows NT and Windows 95 is that as far as desktop backgrounds go, you can't actually use JPEGs or PNGs. You can only use bitmaps. And since bitmaps are really fucking big, there had to be some sacrifices made to quality. Besides, I think we've used this desktop background a bit much recently. And well, yes, I do like this one, especially for thumbnails. This one is my favorite, because with a little adjustment, we can make it into anything we want. Like, no, not that. Okay, that's better. And now we can begin our audio-visual dive into Microsoft Visual Basic. Fucking finally, what is it, like halfway through the video, 40 minutes in, we're only now getting to what the title's about. Maybe I am Catboy Draga 1. Oh my god, the disc is fucking burgundy. Microsoft, you keep pulling this shit, I'm gonna revoke your text shadow privileges. Alright, so let's install Visual Basic 5.0. Oh, look at this one, fancy, it has 4 numbers in the beginning. Now, okay, so this one automatically changes column. I get it. Fucking 9999 kilobytes. Bloody brilliant. You see how big 4 gigs is? Register today! I mean, I guess we could do that. Yeah, let's see. Your chance to win a free trip to Hawaii or Florida? Bruh, people go there willingly at risk of being sent to Florida. I will not be filling out their registration card. Let's restart Windows, shall we? I hope this CD isn't bootable. I totally didn't image this install, so if I fuck up, I don't have to install it again. That didn't happen. What are you doing? Why does winlogon.exe need a disk? Oh god, it's trying to load the background off the fucking floppy disk. Alright, give me a second. Crunchy, ooh-woo. I might be sick, but I can still ooh-woo. So let's go to Programs, and then Visual Basic, and launch Microsoft Visual Basic. Nice. So I appear to have found a problem. I don't know how to use Visual Basic. Alright, give me like 20 minutes. Okay, so it's more like an hour, but I have something to show now. So with the help of the manual and the inbuilt sample projects, I finally have something to show you. So Visual Basic works using a system of forms, windows, objects, and events. This is the form, that's the window, these are objects, and these are events. Or more accurately, those are events. So yeah, as it turns out, Visual Basic isn't really that basic. I mean, it certainly is compared to other contemporary IDEs like this, which I am definitely not qualified to demo. But there is still some code writing involved. It's not just drag and drop. So I glossed over the manual and looked at the code here, and I figured out how it works most of the way and wrote this, which is a normal calculator but with a couple of adjustments, which I'd like to make one more, since I just like to show how easy it is to do this. The equals button is really small when you put it right there, so I'm gonna think, I think it'd be better, like that. There you go. It's easier to click now. That's good. And so now if you run this application, here's our calculator. This isn't fully compiled, it's running inside of Visual Basic, but that does mean we can still use it. So if we take 3, and then add it to 3, and then press equal, it is 6. There are, of course, some other adjustments which I made. For instance, if we do 9, and then plus, and then 9, and then equal, we get Cerno, because it's a 9. Get it? Anyway. But there's one other thing I did right. There used to be a protection for dividing by 0, but I removed it. But before we try that, I think we should probably compile it properly. To make CALC.EXE, save it on the desktop, and I don't know how long this will take. Alright, well I guess I answered that question. Now we can run our calculator. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, so if we do this, and then oh. Cerno is still working. Now, I think that this isn't going to work. Because, if we remember, in the code, it's just running Visual Basic Code's multiply operator, so I'm thinking there might be some divide by 0 protections built into the language itself. But I could be wrong, and I'm hoping I am, because that would be funny. 9 divided by 0 equals... runtime error. Ah, that sucks. I thought it was gonna work, too. Well, I guess it was worth a shot. I wonder if that EXE we made runs on modern versions. The icon shows up, that's a good start, but please don't be 16-bit. Can we find that? I can try. I definitely didn't download a strange DLL off the internet. Definitely not. Oh my fucking god. Whoa, look at that. So if I do 9 plus 9. Nice. Oh my god, it works on Windows 10. 9 divided by 0. Ugh, no, fucking, ugh. 9 divided by 0. Ah, that still doesn't work. That's a shame. Alright, let's see what's going on MSDN. You know, put in the fucking MSDN CD. Get these jewel cases, get the fuck. It's got a... Oh, I can eject it from here? Wow, just like a Mac. Don't worry, I put it back. Microsoft Developer Network Library Visual Studio 97. I have the Visual Basic. Is that gonna work? Oh, okay, so I guess we need a new Internet Explorer, huh? It's weird to me how, like, Windows versions from this time need, like, some arbitrary version of Internet Explorer. Like, I don't get it. What are you doing with the web browser? Yes. Nice to hear there's an angry swarm of bees in my computer. That's working great. This is already taking longer than Visual Basic. Oh my god. It's all CPU usage, transferring files from the CD to the hard disk. Oh my god. Fucking finally. Well, if the installation's done, why is the CPU still being pinned to the wall and pegged? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's got a TDP of like 0.2 watts anyway, so it's not like gonna overheat or anything. That would be ridiculous. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. What is this? Okay, Dr. GUI, huh? Please tell me your secrets. Remember, he's not a real doctor. What the fuck? They saved Nigel's brain. Dear GUI, I have been trying to get your sample control pane applications like MFC to run under Windows NT 3.51. The samples as shipped with the developer network article. Article? Wait a minute. This is about to be really cool, isn't it? This is like a whole ass website in here. I mean, it's MSDN, I guess I should have known, but... Say technical articles... back office. Yeah, let's read about back office. Back office articles. SQL Server articles. A crash course in upgrading Microsoft Access databases to a client-server system. Okay. This just got cool. What is... What? New database, Rainmaker. Oh my... Whoa. I changed my mind. This isn't silly. This is cool. They put the magazine on the CD. Bro, that's cool. They're like, it's like a sampler CD, but the magazine is on the sampler CD. Get it? Ah, man. Okay. This is cool. I didn't know what this was, really. I thought it was just sample code, but no, it's like articles, too. Okay, I am pleasantly surprised. www.microsoft.com/MSDN. We could try that. We could actually try the hyperlink, but I don't think it's gonna work. Open in new window. Okay, that's better. Oh god, so this is what IE3 looks like. What's with the lines? I see CSS was never an option. Aw, dang it! That sucks. Well, you know, just Wayback Machine that if you want to see what's going on. Well, that's legitimately pretty cool. Magazine on a CD. Who knew? So one more thing I want to try is one of the most heavily requested things on all of the videos that have had this computer in it is, can it play MP4s? And well, off the CD earlier, I transferred a copy of VLC and a copy of Bad Apple. So let's put them together and watch the fireworks, shall we? It's funny, I transferred over FileZilla, but I didn't even use it once. Huh? Come on now. Ugh. Luckily, since we have FileZilla, which does work, I can transfer it that way. See, I have a brain and I can have thoughts. Doesn't that look familiar? Okay, oh my god. They sure did not change this. Alright, so there we go. I'm now connected to my FTP server and just gotta reload, and there's a copy of VLC. Now this is the last version supported on Windows 98, and I'm just gonna guess it runs on Windows NT. I'll put it here. 2 megabytes per second. Hey, that's not bad. Come over, click on. Oh my god, what the fuck happened here? Hey now. Okay, much better. Click on VLC. Hey, that's better. Nice. Yeah, so that's 9 megabytes. I never would have been able to fit on a floppy disk. It would have took me 9 and 7 zip in order to do that, so, you know. Alright, let's see. Will it work? Finish. And... oh my god, what is that UI? Okay, that is an interesting skin. Okay, so now to see if it plays MP4s. I didn't expect this to run perfectly well, so I actually have 3 different versions. This is actually just the native download from YouTube. Then we have low quality, which this is, I think that might even be lower. That might be like 10 FPS, and then this one's 15. So I'm going to start out optimistic, and I'm going to use the native one, and we're going to see how it goes. Well, okay, it's not quite playing it. Oh dear. Well, okay, let's try this one then. Okay, I maybe, drag it on instead. Oh my god, another one. Okay. This is fine. So it's not... oh my god! Look at that! So, okay, this is the lowest quality version I have, and it's dropping frames. Okay. Still. Okay, can I run the higher quality one, though? So this isn't, you know, quote-unquote native quality downloaded from YouTube. Yeah, huh. Still, though, that's MP4 on a Pentium 133. That's pretty good. Like, that's really, really good. I'm surprised I played it at all, to be honest. So I just wanted to take a moment and say that this isn't going to be like the Femboy MJD arc. I only have 1 copy of Visual Basic anyway, so, you know, yeah. For December, I have a video plan that's going to be, like, actually a pretty large undertaking. I know, right? It's going to be a Linux video. It's not going to be the maid outfit video. That's the one after that, which is also going to have Linux in it. I guess this is a Linux YouTube channel now, which... that's cool, I guess. Anywhoozy, huge thank you to the names you see on screen for supporting the channel, which you can actually do now. It's like open and stuff, and there's a link in the description if you want to do that. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time, where my voice is hopefully a little bit more operational and less sounding like this. Bye! A little bit less sounding like this. I don't even know what this is. Like, what the fuck is this voice?